Welcome back, everyone. It is Vorty. I am back here again, bringing you another video on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. This is pretty much a response or follow-up to our previous video, which came live earlier this morning, regarding the Chinese Lunar New Year. So I don't know if you guys are excited as much as I am, but right now we know what's actually coming out. So I did watch the stream. And we did have kind of like an idea of what's coming out, but obviously they didn't give us everything. So now we have everything kind of up front and right away. So yesterday we kind of talked a little bit about the 6-star Zhao, so we know she's coming out for sure. And then we find out this morning that you can get 10 free summons. So if you log in from today all the way till Thursday, February 2nd, you're going to get 1 free summon each day. So you will go to your summoning, you'll see free summon. When you click on it, costs 0 lapis. That's amazing. So make sure you do this. If you don't, you're going to be missing out on free stuff. So don't miss out on free stuff. Free stuff is free. Okay, so that's really cool. The only thing is it's not rates up for anything, so you could get anything. You can get the good, the bad. You can get the best unit in the game, Shadow, or you can get like the worst unit, you know, like Lightning or Noctis. So it depends. You never know. You never know how lucky you're gonna get. Okay. So back to the news here. So we are celebrating the Chinese Lunar New Year, which is the year of the rooster, and with the year of the rooster, we get 10 free summons over the course of the week. More than a week, obviously. And then the next thing here, they hit us with the Lunar New Year event. So they give you a little bit of lore over here, or kind of like set you up on what's going on. So they set you up. You can read that at your own leisure to kind of enjoy it on your own. So the event period is from Friday. So the maintenance is tonight, but this event will go live on Friday, and it's all the way till Thursday, which is like almost 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? No, I lied. Less than 2 weeks. Whatever. It's a week long. Should know my dates better. Anyways, so from Friday till Thursday, so like a little less than a week, we're gonna have this event going on. So this event is very interesting, and I don't know how I feel about it. So this is what it is. I feel good no matter which way I wanted to kind of explain it. It's just that it gives you random things every day, which could be good and bad. But anyways, we'll talk about that in a second. So it starts off here. So this is going to be our little badass boss here. So it says here, bring units Young and Ling. They make a great team against Nyan, which is going to be this boss here. And he says, Kupo. So these are the little loots you can get here. It says the exploration maps hold different rewards every day. Kupo? So that's where I'm a little bit confused. Like, I don't know. I see some pots here. I see a pot. I see a summoning ticket. So I wonder how it's gonna be done. Like, there's some lapis there too. Like, I really wonder how that's gonna be done. So that has me super excited. And that has me a little bit worried. Like, I hope it's not like super random where we're gonna get all the doo-doo stuff. But like this way, you know, you get a chance to get some good stuff, because you can see some 6-star materials, some 5-star. So we got some 6-star, some 5-star, some star quartz. So that in itself is very cool and very exciting. Okay, so that's really good. So then it comes down here into the event. So you get event exclusive rewards, and you're gonna beat the Great Nyan. It says here, watch out for the Great Nyan Beast. Prepare yourself for this fight ahead, Kupo. The skill Full Break is great help in this battle. So now we know that if you have a unit that's full break, wink wink, nudge nudge, Rain, that just became a full break unit, bring him along, because he's going to help you out, which means that they're susceptible to full break, which is going to let you do more damage. Then it says, bring along a great physical attack ally. So physical damage is going to be the way to go here. And then the next part is the Great Nyan Beast is immune to all status ailments. So therefore, don't try to paralyze him or blind him or any of that stuff. You're just going to waste your mana. So full physical party is the way to go here. Okay, then it gives us little breakdowns of items. So this is where it gets really cool and interesting. So we don't see the beginner's stages or those stuff, so we don't know what else you're gonna get, or if you're gonna get anything at all. But from the pro version, it says defeat the Great Nyan Beast with a limit burst. Okay, so if you beat him with a limit burst, you get these awesome fists. So the beast Cestus or Kestus is attack 51 with spirit 10, so it's not that bad for a free item. So definitely do that. In limit burst, everybody can do that. It's probably pretty easy. Now it gets a little bit more interesting. So next one, elite, you get a Tamer's Whip that gives you attack 65 and gives you a beast killer effect on it. So obviously right off the bat, the second you see any kind of killer passive on there, it's going to be an awesome item right away. It's a beast killer, so we get lots of beasts, so this is going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and almost guesstimate that this guy is going to be some sort of dragon beast fusion. So either he's going to be a dragon or he's going to be a beast or dragon beast. So this item will become effective against them right away. And then you can bring, you know, some dragon killer effects or not. But I'm just assuming he's dragon. So if he's not dragon, he's beast. If he's not beast, he's dragon. And then we might get lucky and get both, okay? So again, defeat the Great 9 Beast with an Esper, okay? It's sometimes a little bit difficult, not too shabby. And then it gets to the really interesting one. On the Elite, defeat the Great 9 Beast with an item. So, this kind of makes me think, you know what, you're going to be using like a bomb fragment, you're going to be doing this, you're going to do that. Or, maybe you have to bring somebody like Alma, who can throw something. Which is gonna give you access to throwable items as well, or you can get there's a TM throw. I just can't remember who it's from. It's from one of the weaker units, but you can use the throw TM or Alma or like another unit that might be using an item throw to maybe throw another item on there to try and maybe be able to beat them as well. So the reward is a 5 trust Moogle, 5%. So it's not a super great reward. Like if it was 10%, this would be more like, you know. But I think they think this is a little bit tough, so they're giving us this. I'm not sure if this is going to reset with those items that are always new. We don't know that. Maybe like these gear, like the gear itself, is going to stay as it is. And then maybe this one here for defeating it with an item might change. Maybe you'll get 10% thing. Maybe there's more after Elite or something else. Maybe some sort of other thing you need to complete to get a 10% trust Moogle, because I believe this is my first time doing an event where the last achievement for defeating it on the highest difficulty was not a 10% Muggle or Moogle. So I don't know. I'm still super excited about this because this is going to be stupendously fun to do. Like, come on, beating with an item. I don't think I've ever beaten anything with an item. Even when we had that event with that Cactuar that was like super hard, I just blew him up with my DPS. So I can't wait for that. All right, the itty gitty bitty gritty. So now we're getting to the really exciting stuff. If that wasn't exciting enough, right? Now you get the new units. So we got 2 new units. So if you watch my previous video, I kind of like I knew that we're getting units. I didn't know if we were gonna add more. So essentially, what I knew is that we were gonna get Yun, Ling, and Zhao as being like the 6-star that they're gonna have rates up. So I was hoping that they're gonna introduce something else, but now I'm kind of glad that they didn't. Because there's only 3 units that we can kind of pursue. 1 unit is old, and then 2 new ones, okay? So you have the big boy Yan, then Ling, then Zhao. Okay, so I'm going to talk about those guys right away. Let's jump into that. Featured summons. So, all of these units right off the bat look amazing, by the way. Just wanted to throw that out there. Just wanted to let the cheese out of its cage. So, we got it here. So Friday till Thursday the 9th. So this looks like it's 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks long. So this banner will be around for a while, so you'll be able to at least get something. So let's jump into the first guy. The first guy, Yun. He's our dude here, man. Look, he's riding a rooster. Right for the Lunar New Year. No, or Chocobo there, right? So he looks really cool. His stats are a little bit kind of funky. And the reason I'm saying that is he's got really high hit points. It makes you almost think like he's gonna be like some sort of tank, but he's not. He's more of like a damage dealer, especially by the way they explain it, which I'm gonna get into in a sec. He's got a decent mana pool, decent defense, but what it makes me look when I see this kind of set of stats, it makes me think like he's a monk. And they do say here that he uses fists and stuff, so he's like a chocobo riding monk, because normally, like in the history of Final Fantasy, like the monks normally have like a huge health pool, and their damage is kind of like average to decent, and some of them get a little bit better with better weapons. So the way this guy's set up, he looks like he's a chocobo riding monk. So he's like a Zhao, but riding a chocobo. Okay. So what they got here, his trust mastery is definitely unique, and if I had many of them, I probably would try and get it to try and maybe put it on Snow, or maybe even on himself, because he's more likely to be wearing fists. So his TM is Crimson Slayer. It is defense 52, fire resistance 25. He boosts attack when equipped with a fist. So I don't know how much it is. It's probably 25%, maybe 30%, but still, nevertheless, for somebody like Snow or Zhao, this is awesome. This is a really, really good piece of armor. Granted that she can wear, I think this is mail, not cloth. We'll have to double check when the data mine comes out tonight after they update the game. So it says this unit, capable of blistering attack combos, is able to unleash multiple fire attacks that will pierce through his opponent's defense. So it makes me think, like, while he's attacking with, like, let's say a fire-based attack, he will also weaken their armor, or it's partially mitigated. That's kind of the way it's worded. So it's either the multiple attack that he does, like this crazy combo. It's also going to either ignore the defense. It's going to partially be mitigating defense. Or it could be like a debuff where it's like, you know, he does an attack and then boom, 25% down or 30% down armor. And then it continues. It says he also has the ability to charge up his normal attacks to deal a large amount of damage. So there's two variations of this. One is what we already see, which is kind of like store, where they for like you use a turn up, he just kind of sits there. It does nothing other than boost his attack, and then has a negative effect of like lower defense or whatever. The other thing it could be is kind of what we see with Trey, where it's like you click the attack, and that turn he boosts, and his or like his attack is delayed one turn, kind of like Trey, but because it's delayed, he's kind of like powering up, like he's going Super Saiyan. He's powering up and ready to attack, and then he'll do a large amount of damage the following turn. So he kind of like puts himself out of commission for a turn or two, and does big damage. So again, it's we won't know till tonight once the update is done, but that's what I'm speculating, that's what this attack might be like. He's either a store or a delay move. So definitely very cool. I would love to pull this. You'll definitely see a video for me pulling on this, because this guy sounds really cool, especially if his kit is nice. I'm definitely going to be pulling for him. Now, the one that has me the most excited. Here we have, oh sorry, actually I forgot to mention, his job is Chocobo Rider, okay? That's what his job is. So this one, okay, this lady here, okay, Ling, she's a dancer. Her job is a dancer. So as if you've played any Final Fantasy games before, dancers normally are there for buffing parties and just keeping the party kind of like motivated with dance or whatever. So they're normally support units. So by looking at her stats, her health points are meh, her attack is meh, her MP is great, her defense is doo-doo. It's beyond doo-doo. Okay, so she's like super squish, like the definition of squish. I'm pretty sure if you go into the Final Fantasy dictionary and you look up the word squish, you're gonna see a picture of Ling or other dancers. Okay, this lady is squish. Okay, which makes me think that she's gonna be just literally there just for support and nothing else. Like her whole kit is gonna be support. All right. So she comes in at a 4-star, which means you're going to be getting her on the rarer end, and she goes all the way up to a 6-star. Definitely something I like. This is a unit I'm going for. Like, I at least want one of her. If I don't get the Chocobo Rider dude, I'm not going to be too sad, but if I don't get her, I'll be pretty upset. So I'm going to definitely keep pulling until I get her. Trust Mastery is definitely, again, on another of the strange side. It's kind of cool, then you kind of don't know. So what it is, it's a Venomous Edge. It's a dagger. It does 85 attack, which is pretty decent. Like, definitely on the higher end, I think, that we have available for daggers. Actually might be the best one right now. But what makes it on the stranger end is the 30% chance of inflicting poison, but even more so, the paralysis. So if you have experimented with a golem staff, which is like 30% stone, that thing cracks pretty often, especially if you use it on somebody like Gilgamesh and you do Divider and does AoE. Normally, when you're doing PvP, at least one person will be stoned on round 1. And if you have dual wield, he will get a chance to proc that thing twice. So you get at least 1 or 2 people stoned every time. So now if you had, let's say, golem staff and this dagger on Gilgamesh, you got a 30% chance that every time he goes in, he's going to either poison or paralyze somebody, and he's going to stone them. So there's 3 status ailments that you're going to be getting on him. You could be using Gilgamesh to troll people super hard because of that. Okay? So this dagger is something that's kind of interesting on the stranger side, and it has its uses, but I'm not really sure how it's going to fit in. All right, so the unit's explanation, it says this unit can weaken her enemies, so she's going to be a debuffer, and is able to assist her allies by recovering their MP. Okay, so she's a support, exactly as we can see by her stats. When the situation turns dire, she has the ability to revive her entire team to ensure a better chance of survival. This lady, this dancer, has AoE revive, so she's going to be able to AoE raise her team. But this is where things get a little bit tricky. When I said she's squish, if a big move comes around and hits your party, who do you think is going to die first? She's gonna die first. So therefore, like, you're gonna have to be watching Ling carefully to make sure that she doesn't die, and everybody else around her would have to die in order for this thing to be useful. So obviously, I'm super excited about this move because it's our first time seeing an AoE revive type of move, and this is really, really cool. But if she is the unit that dies pretty quick because she's super squish, then this is gonna be something that you can't utilize to its full potential. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure how this is going to be affecting. This is going to be one of those things that you're going to have to test out. The cool thing about her is, because she is a 4-star, and it's one of those things where right now we just had a new trial come out where you have to fight nine bosses in a row, and people's biggest issues that I'm reading is that they're having a hard time managing their MP. Well, with her recovering their MP, if it's something substantial that's let's say better than Noctis's recovery, or even if it's the same and you end up getting her, then she can definitely help you sustain your MP throughout that event, so you might be able to beat that event. Because if you really want to get that demon mail, because it's gonna make a big difference on your units that can't use Black Key or whatever. So it's definitely usable. Plus it has dark resistance on it, so it's a win-win situation whether you need the attack or not. Okay, so this unit, I would love to get this unit, so we'll see how that goes. And then on Zhao, we're not going to spend too much time here on her, but just mention one thing again, because she is a monk, her hit points are huge, and one thing that really stands out is her attack. As you can see there, 262, that is a lot of attack. Her stats are very, very solid. She's got some okay defense, okay MP, magic, okay spirit, okay hit points, woohoo, attack, holy, right? This is insane. She is a monk, and like the hit points is expected, the damage is huge. I'm assuming her 6-star is gonna get something really, really cool that's gonna make her stand out like this, and that makes me excited. I can't wait. Okay, so she's gonna be the kind of like the burner unit from this banner, because she's a 3-star. You should be expecting to get her a lot, and don't be upset that you get her a lot, because her TM is incredible. It is called Kaiser Knuckles. It is attack 101 with wind elemental damage. Definitely an amazing item to have. Whether if you're watching other people talking about it, I know a lot of people say, oh no, it's got element damage on it, oh boo-hoo, it's not good. You know what, it's a situational item. Think about it. If there's a unit or a boss that's weak to wind, you put this thing on there, it's gonna change that whole event for you. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna slap that monster up. You're gonna be that monster's pimp, right? Yeah, obviously when you get like a thing that's resistant to wind, then yeah, you know what, that sucks. But that doesn't make it any less valuable for you as an item. You're just gonna have to put on a different thing, or just don't bring a unit that has the wind element. Bring a different unit, right? So definitely a good TM to have, especially in a unit that you should be getting a lot of, right, because of her 3-star status. So they go to explain the units. They say this unit has a talent for countering her enemies' attacks, which is great, and has the ability to reduce their attack and defense. So she's also going to have some sort of break. She can also boost her own physical capabilities and even recover her hit points and MP to withstand a prolonged battle. So she's definitely got something like a chakra, like a move chakra. So that's what I think they're explaining there. Later, so I'm assuming this is from what they mean by when she goes to 6-star. So later, meaning 6-star, she also gains a rare ability that allows her to go berserk, which tremendously increases her physical attack, physical damage she can inflict. What? With these stats, if these stats get boosted even more, or is that go berserk with those stats? Like what does that mean, right? Again, we can get a little bit more excited tomorrow morning, when we find out what the data mined information is. Like, what is berserk gonna do? Is it gonna make her do a lot more damage but weaken her defense? Is it similar to advanced, like what Luneth has, where the damage is increased but your defense takes a big hit? Like, what is it gonna be? Is it a physical move that she goes berserk and she'll do like an attack that's a multiplier of something. Because if it's a multiplier of something, then if you're dual wielding, is it going to attack twice? That she goes a berserk 2 times, right? So those are the things that we're going to have to ask tomorrow, or be able to make sense of it tomorrow. Absolutely insane. All of these units here that are being brought for this Lunar New Year definitely stand out, and they look incredible, and everything so far about them looks amazing. Now we're just going to wait for the kits for them to find out exactly what they're going to be doing. For Zhao, we know up to 5-star, but 6-star is what's going to make the difference for her, to see if she's going to become even more useful, or become useful rather, than these other units. So this is really, really cool. I just wanted to come out here and make a quick movie on this for you guys, let you know what's going on. I am super excited about this. I don't know what to say, what else to say. Also, those, if you're not, make sure you're buying these lucky red packets. I think it's worth it. You're getting like a ticket, and you're getting some stuff. I said that in my other video as well. I'm definitely picking them up every single day, because as you know, maybe this banner I wouldn't waste all your tickets on, but you should at least save them for like, you know, the next big banner, which might be Orlando. We don't know who's coming up next, but as of right now, without seeing any of the units, I think it's going to be an amazing banner, and I'm definitely pulling on it, and I will definitely make videos showing you myself pulling on these guys, okay? So I did notice that in the comments, some people were saying that my voice volume was a little bit low. I adjusted it about 30% up. If you can, please let me know down in the comment section below if it sounds a little bit better. Is it too much? Should I lower it to 20% or 25%? So I did make a small adjustment. Hopefully it's not too loud. Again, I've been talking a lot here. I'm super excited, so I've definitely killed a lot of time here. But thank you so much for sticking around. If you did stick around this far in the video, I will be pumping out some videos probably tomorrow or the day after, once we find out more information about the units. And that's going to be a little bit shorter, obviously, but it's going to be unit specific. So again, thank you so much for sticking around. This is Vorty, and like, sub, subscribe, whatever the goodies are, and I will see you guys out there. So this is Vorty, and I'm out of here. Peace.